Now, what's the situation with those train tickets, I hear you ask? Because I know you've been concerned. It's been troubling you, hasn't it? What's going on with those train tickets being made available online? Well, this morning, I happened to notice that suddenly there are some train tickets available leaving Ivano-Frankivsk for the destination I intend to have next. However, the disappointing thing is, although there are loads of tickets and it's all in the affordable class. Hello, what's over there? Let's go and look. Well, what's going on here? Looks like a scene from a TV show, doesn't it? I'll let you make up the narrative for that little piece of video. Quite amusing. Anywho, these train tickets out of Ivano-Frankivsk, suddenly they've become available online for the day in question when I was hoping to travel on to my next destination. However, there is a downside. The downside is that it's in the evening, which would mean the train is leaving at something like 7:30, 7:45 in the evening, which is not appealing to me. Arrival time is just before 10 o'clock in the evening, which again isn't appealing to me. Don't fancy that. Don't know about you, but that really puts me off. However, the other side of the coin is that if that train suddenly can become available, like a week before I need it, less than a week, maybe tomorrow if I look online, a daytime train will be available. If only I could zoom in, there's some very lovely detail on the top of that rooftop. But I can't. And you know I can't. So there are developments, but not exactly the developments I was hoping for in regard to my train tickets from Ivano-Frankivsk. So, hi. Not for me, thank you. Yes, I probably will end up just going into the Ivano-Frankivsk train station and speaking to them at one of the casas, or writing down on a piece of paper what I'm after, with the help of Google Translate, of course. And from there, maybe I can secure a daytime train ticket. Don't know. I was also considering, as I had allocated several days to my stay here in Lviv, what day trips are available. It occurred to me that in the past I visited 100 years ago a little place called Zhovka, which is an easy enough day trip. And there was also a place called Alesko, which I visited. And if you're interested in old castles, manor houses, estates, gardens, monasteries, then these are a couple of the places you might consider yourself at some point, or maybe you've been there in the past yourselves. Oh, hello. Ah, that's where the interesting things up on the top of the tower were. Oh, it's the Benedictines again. the Holy Protection Women's Monastery of Studite Rule and the Church of All Saints. And here's the potted history for you to pause and gloss over. Yes, some handsome artwork up there, right on the rooftop. But sadly, it's going to be elusive. Unless I strap my camera to the back of a pigeon. No, the pigeon would have to be trained. I don't have the time for that, nor the skill, nor the patience. If I emerge from the inside of this place, being chased by nuns, you'll know I was not welcome. What do you think? Lviv, Paris of the East? Who said it first? Is that man Ivan Franco again? He hasn't got the most welcoming face, but I'm sure I'm going to be seeing a whole lot more of it when I get to Ivano-Frankivsk. What's up here? Well, it used to be something. Maybe it still is something. Maybe I'm at the wrong side of the building to discover what it is. We were up there, but we didn't get very far. Well, we had a little look around the park, weren't able to access the highest point of all, but no matter. When I stayed in Lviv 100 years ago, I stayed at numerous places actually, a rented apartment, 2 different places calling themselves hostels. One was an institutional sort of like students hostel out of season. The other was a hotel which decided to put some bunk beds into some rooms and have them as equivalents of dormitories. And those are long since gone. And another favourite of mine was this hotel down here because it was always reasonably priced. The Hotel Lviv. Looking online, they only have expensive rooms available, but I know from my experience of staying there in the past that they also have, or used to have, inexpensive rooms. I decided what I would do is, just to satisfy my curiosity, because I can't really phone them up and speak to them and say, hey, do you have any cheap rooms? Just for the future. I think I'll pop in, have a look at the desk, see what's on show, see if they are advertising those economic rooms, gauge the prices, and it might be an alternative to a hostel on my next day. Let's go in. As I'd already seen from pictures on booking.com, they've tarted the inside up a bit, and admittedly, it was 15 to 20 years ago when I stayed here last. Therefore, I'm not surprised that, no, I think actually maybe it was a little less than 15 years ago, because did I stay here with Gary Fisher? Did we take a couple of rooms here? I think we did. But now they don't have the extremely cheap rooms. They do have some affordable rooms though, I would say. And if you're just one person in a standard room, as they call it, you'll be paying about 1150 hryvnia for the cheapest room, which is what? About 5 times the price of what I'm paying for my dorm bed. So it's about getting on for $30, I suppose, which might suit some people's budget. Of course, if there's 2 of you, it then becomes attractive because the price does go up a wee bit, but not much. It only goes up about another 100 hryvnia. And if there's 2 of you, you're then splitting that cost. So it works out at about $15 each. Therefore, the cheapest room in the Hotel Lviv for 2 people who are happy to share, $15 each. Sounds like a bargain, doesn't it? More nice ironwork. So many features like this walking around Lviv. I have restrained myself from filming too many because there's just so much that you could film. A richness in the architecture and the decorative features that go with it. Bit of a change of pace now. Are you looking for somewhere to dance? Are you looking for somewhere to boogie? Very close proximity to Hotel Lviv, which might make Hotel Lviv even more appealing to you. The place is called Malevich. They have concerts here, they have events here, they have disco nights here. I even got invited to a Miss Lviv contest here, believe it or not, which then turned into a sort of discotheque thing. So that combination of hotel to stumble back to you after you've had a few drinks and you've exhausted yourself on the dance floor. Wow. Could be that you've been to a concert, perhaps, and don't want to walk too far after the concert. If that's the case, you can see why you might want to investigate Hotel Lviv, can't you? And just bear that in mind. Very handy location. And for connection to the train station as well, tram number 6. You've got it all sorted. Now who's coming to Lviv to play a concert when you're in town? That's something you need to check up for yourself. And here another corner shop which is about to fade away into history. Polish and Hebrew writing, reflecting the very mixed ethnicity of Lviv before the war, before the Second World War, I should say. A little bit more here. Traces of history which may not be hanging around forever. Just being nosy, walking around where I haven't been before. I guess there's some optimistic development here on the site of the old gasworks. But who's buying? Well, this looks like a fun run around, doesn't it? What's all this about? Hello, my name is Valera. I think that's what it says on the back windscreen. Something to do with the pet-friendly coffee bongo shop? Maybe not. The wheels are down. Make of that what you will.